So one of the scariest parts about being a binary options trader is knowing that there are so many people around the world that have issues with withdrawing their money from a broker. Today in this video, we're going to be going over some of the most common issues when it comes to binary options broker withdrawals and how to avoid them. So hopefully you enjoy, and if you did, make sure you smash that thumbs up button before we get this thing rocking and rolling. And if you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe and stop slacking.
Feel just like a rock star.
What's up, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Rico, aka RockStarrFX, here back with another video. And today we're going to be going over some absolutely good stuff. I'm actually out here in Arizona right now, and it's a little bit loud in the house, so I wanted to step out and really get this video to you guys. It's a video that I've been wanting to do for a while, but I haven't really just sat down and got it done. So I'm like, you know what, perfect timing. No one's outside yet, so let's go ahead, step out and get this information down and give the people what it is that they're looking for. So if you are brand new to trading, you're not yet familiar with what a withdrawal is. A withdrawal is just pretty much your ability to be able to, obviously when you start to make some kind of profits, to turn those profits, be able to withdraw them to your bank account or wherever it is that you want to withdraw them. It's no different from, having a bank account and actually making a withdrawal from your actual bank account, going to the ATM and making a withdrawal and pulling money out. So it's the same exact concept. Now, there are many different withdrawal methods in the trading space, whether it be making a direct withdrawal straight to your bank account or using third-party companies like NetTeller or Skrill or whatever the case may be. I find that the most common one, especially if you're using a broker or international broker, if you live here in the United States, most common way for withdrawing or even depositing for that point is through cryptocurrency, which, as we know, is the global currency. Now, when it comes to making withdrawals in the binary option space, there are a lot of common mistakes, and I find that the biggest one is the fact that most people, when they're going ahead and they're starting the account and they make that deposit for the first time, most people really do not read the terms and conditionings of these brokers. Now, of course, you always want to do your research and make sure that you're getting onto a platform or trading on a broker that is somewhat legit, which is kind of hard because most binary options brokers are not regulated, especially not in the United States. But that doesn't mean that all of them are bad. So kicking this thing off, man, the first and most common mistake is taking the deposit bonuses. That's right. It's been something that's been around for a very long time, and I think almost every binary options platform offers this. But you got to understand that when you take these bonuses, you're actually agreeing to terms and conditionings that pretty much put restrictions on when and how much you can withdraw. Now, depending on which broker you're on, it kind of varies all throughout the space. I can't give you any exact rules or anything like that. Just know that when you go ahead and you make a deposit, whether it's your first time deposit or if the broker's offering any kind of deposit bonus, like 100% match or something like that. So let's say I'm going and I'm funding an account and I'm funding $100 in, and they offer to give me an extra 100% or another $100 credit to be able to put them to my account. The second that I accept that credit or accept that bonus comes with conditions. And while most people are so excited to jump and take the bonus, they have no idea what the conditions to that bonus is actually going to be. This is the most common mistake that people make, and I always recommend and I tell people, stay away from the deposit bonuses. If you don't have the money to trade, you're better off with just not trading it. There are many conditions to the deposit bonus, and like I said, I can't pinpoint one because there are so many brokers out there, but I know a very common one is for example, let's say I take a deposit bonus. I will not be able to make my first withdrawal without reaching the requirements that might be I have to 10x my account turnover. Now, if you guys are not familiar with what turnover is the total amount within all of your trades that have been taken, whether it's a win or whether it's a loss. It's the total amount of all the trades that have been taken. So the broker, what they want is that, hey, if we're going to offer you a credit, we want to see that you're at least trading on our platform. We're not just giving credits out for you to be able to, just make some quick money and then take it and run. They want to see that you're consistently trading on the platform, because obviously at the end of the day, a broker is a business and you can't really be mad at that. Another common condition that I found out there in some brokers, some platforms, is it will say, hey, pretty much if you take this, then in order to make your first withdrawal, you need to place a minimum of, let's just say hypothetically, 250 trades on our platform. So again, you have people that have that mentality of just instant gratification. They want to make some quick money and immediately want to turn that around and make a withdrawal. Or even worse, you have the people who fund an account 3 weeks down the road, realize it was a bad idea. Now they're not able to pay the bills and they're upset that they cannot withdraw all their money. Well, that just isn't how it works. You have to familiarize yourself with what it is that you're doing before you even do it, and stop being so money hungry. Now, account verification seems to be another issue as well. There's so many people out there that I've helped personally. They contact me, and they're asking me why it is that they can't do it, and I just ask for some simple screenshots, and somewhere down the line we see that they never even actually took the steps to either verifying their account or finish verifying their account. You have to understand that in order to make the withdrawal on most of these platforms, they may allow you to trade without account verification, but if you're talking about withdrawing money, you have to verify your account. There are a lot of scammers and a lot of bots out there. There's a lot of people who use softwares and programs that tend to not be legal in certain countries to be able to place these trades for them and do all types of sketchy things. And what they want to see, the broker, what they want to see is that if, God forbid, they were to ban you from their platform, they do not want you coming back and just making it easy for you to make another account and then continue to do the shady things that you were already doing, which got you banned in the first place. So you have to verify your account. And this is like a universal thing. Every platform out there has some kind of account verification, and some of them may even have tiers. Like, the first one is like confirm your email. The next one is like, put your whatever documents in. Whatever the case may be, it's just like a bank. There are specific verifications in which you have to take in order to go ahead and make your withdrawals or be a acceptable client on that platform. Now, following up with account verification, this is actually very important as well, is depending on where you're withdrawing to, it doesn't really matter too much with crypto, I would assume, because crypto is kind of like anonymous, right? But depending on where you're making these withdrawals to, you have to make sure that the information matches. So like, for example, if I go ahead and I set up my binary options broker, I get it verified, and then I make hypothetically a NetTeller or a Skrill or one of those third-party payment processors. The account information on that third-party processor has to match the account information on my actual broker. What happens is that a lot of times if they don't match, it gets flagged. Now, I'm speaking from experience because I actually made this mistake back when I used to trade MetaTrader 4, that pretty much my first name is hyphenated, right? And I go by one of the names in my first name, which you guys know is Rico. Now, when I went ahead and I signed up for the broker, I put all of my actual information on the broker itself. And then when I was using the third-party processor, I just put Rico Anderton on that. And when I tried to make my withdrawal to the third-party processor, it did not go through. And it took me literally weeks to go ahead and get that withdrawal finalized, going back and forth with customer support to get all that information changed. And luckily we was able to get all the information changed on the third-party processor. But again, because those informations did not match, it flagged it as fraud. The broker didn't accept it. They didn't want to send it to that third party. And yes, for those people out there that maybe you may use a friend's account or a family member's account, you cannot do that. You will get flagged. And that, I think that's one of the more like, it's not so common, but it is something that it's like an honest mistake where you don't really know that you're doing something wrong, or you kind of just don't feel like it really matters that you didn't put the exact same name. But when it comes to transferring money, when it comes to banks and processors and stuff like that, it absolutely does, especially when you're dealing with trading. Now, contrary to belief, even though some of these platforms literally have hundreds of thousands, if not millions of users on their platform, it is in your best interest as a trader to actually build some kind of relationship with these brokers, because there are so many people out there that are just, again, not trustworthy, really sketchy and stuff like that. If you are a trader that comes in and you just so happen to be really good at trading and you make a bunch of money really fast, it is in your best interest to establish a relationship with the broker. Now, what do I mean by that? The worst thing that you can do as a trader, and I know some of you are probably not going to like this, but let's just say I go ahead, I hop on a broker, I flip the account, maybe 100%, 200%, 300%. What most people do is they get really excited and you go ahead and you try to withdraw over 50%, if not all, of everything that you just made to go ahead and pay your bills or whatever the case may be. This is the absolute worst thing that you can do for a broker. And the easiest way that I can explain this to you guys is just literally talking about banks. There is not a bank out there in the world in which you go ahead and make a bank account, you put some money in the bank account, and a month or two later, they want you to withdraw and take out all the money from that bank account or close the account. This is a red flag for everyone. Now, with your banks, people are more used to this, right? You get fees for your account reaching below a certain balance. You get monthly fees for maintenance and all this other stuff if you don't meet certain requirements. And if you go ahead and try to close your bank account, what do they do a lot of the times? They'll send you emails, they'll send you text messages, they'll even call you to try and get you to stay. Well, the brokers are the same exact way. They do not want to see you taking all of your money out of the account at once. They do not want to see you making these large withdrawals all at once. And because what this shows them is that, and this is what a lot of people do, a lot of people come into this, and it may not be you, but a lot of people come into this with the mentality of, I just want to flip some money. So when you get in the habit of flipping money, it's always going to be a habit of make a bunch, take it all out. Make a bunch, take it all out. And although you should be able to do this because it is your money at the end of the day, unfortunately, there is a middleman, and the middleman is that broker. And you taking all your money out could be seen as a red flag that maybe you're taking it out to leave the broker and go somewhere else. They don't want that. So what you would want to do is establish a relationship with the broker. No matter how much money you've made, especially in the beginning, you want to start withdrawing little by little. What I always tell people is, even if you've only made $100, even if you only made $150, and you're trying to grow and compound and so on and so forth, start making some small withdrawals. $10 here, $50 there, $75, $100. Start making your way up for a few weeks, if not a few months, depending on your patience. I would say even contact customer support a few times, not to complain, but to let them know, hey, look, listen, I'm gonna go ahead and make a $250 withdrawal. I just want to know if I meet all the requirements to do so. Establish a positive, good relationship with the broker, and I guarantee you, as their algorithm or as your system is monitoring their account, they're going to see that you're a real person, you're actually trading, you're not a bot or whatever the case may be. And when you go ahead to go make those larger withdrawals, you are not going to have any issues. So those are some of the more common withdrawal issues and how to go ahead and avoid them. And again, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up as always. And if you're not already subscribed, subscribe and send this out to anyone that is brand new to binary options trading, looking to make some withdrawals, because we don't want them to make a bunch of money, get flagged, and not be able to withdraw that money. So with that being said, it's your boy Rico, aka RockStarrFX. I'm out. Peace.
Feel just like a rock star.